It is 8:05. Bay Alarm Medical, America's top-rated senior life-saving alert system. See why at bayalarmmedical.com. The news brought to you by Dukovich Financial. They help you with your important retirement decisions.
There's that Dukovich.
What's that?
I said, there's that Dukovich again.
Oh, I like that. That's a nice lady.
Are we live?
Yeah. Yeah, so you're going to want to be...
Where are you going bowling, Van?
Secrets.
I'm going to...
Arsenal?
Secrets.
No, Craft Brew House and Stage.
Oh, you know that'll be the one.
The Craft House and Stage. It's for the Alzheimer's Association. Yeah.
How do you know how to get there?
Neither do I. That's why they have GPS.
Yep.
I'll be
they got help. Yeah,
I'll
you're
be
right,
taking
buddy.
GPS.
That's a very good point. Look at Chris Klein, ladies and gentlemen. Looking like a movie star.
All right. I did my hair for you.
Once
Yeah.
you got
I
here,
am
man,
Williams. He don't know what he's doing.
What did he... I couldn't... What did he say?
don't pay
Something
attention.
about me not knowing what I'm doing? Oh, yeah, here we go. And here... Oh. All right.
You're good, man.
You're all good. It's all good. It's all good.
See, I like
I don't know.
How long is she gone for?
She is. Oh, what's next for me today? I'm gonna have dinner or breakfast with my mom and my son, and she's gone till Monday. And it's weird.
She's not been away from you like this before?
Not yet. She hasn't been away. She went to Toronto like 7 years ago.
It is different, isn't it?
Oh man, it's so weird. My house is
I know, mine went on vacation 5 years ago, and I haven't seen her since. I'm kidding.
Don't tell me that, Rob.
No. That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
You guys are locked down for good.
Yeah. Well, I am. That's for sure.
You are.
I am. I'm the luckiest guy in the world. That's the way I see it.
She feels the same.
Yeah, but her brother works down there. He does like signage at airports and stuff, and he's down there, and he's been down there for months. And he said, "You want to come down and visit me?" And it really has been so busy. She was like, "Yeah, I'm coming." I said, "Go. You know, you gotta get some time out of here. You gotta get away from me. You gotta get away from the dogs. You gotta get away from work. You know, go hang out with your brother and have a good time."
That's nice, man. Thanks, man.
I'll tell you, this is a challenge.
Oh, it
Rock.
is.
No, not that. This
What, talking to him?
No, just producing the show and
I told you.
trying to keep
Everything straight.
yeah, it's straight. Yeah. Right. I'm trying to get these split screens that I usually do, and let's see, there we go.
I mean, you kind of got a problem. You have more in 1 week and you two the next week. There's your first problem.
Oh, this could easily go in a really bad direction.
No, it won't. I got you.
Look.
All right, next hour, Dr. Kevin Trop will be here. He is the Calvin Trop, brother. He's the president of Geneva College, and we're going to be talking about that incredible college in Beaver Falls, Pennsylvania. Over 80 majors, faith-based college. Absolutely love what they do. Also dropping by our studio today, good friend. Pittsburgh Beautiful, and our guest is Chris Klein. He is in for his wife Lauren, who is normally holding down the fort. She, of course, represents Coldwell Banker of Murraysville, over $100 million in property she has listed and sold. But today it's all about what he has done with Pittsburgh Beautiful. So talk to me about how this thing really took on a life of its own, because I mean, we all have Facebook blogs and posts, but nothing like this.
Yeah, it really started about 2.5 years ago. And it's a funny thing, I was talking about family before.
Right.
And I took, Lauren and I between us have 7 kids. And I took 4 of mine, my 4, to the movies. And I think we were seeing the movie, it was some Disney movie, I don't remember. But anyway, I took them to the movies, and I took a quick snapshot of them right before the movie started. I said, "Okay, guys, look at Dad," and snap on my iPhone, and I thought nothing of it.
So you're no different than my dad with the Bell and Howell 8mm, basically, is what you're doing.
Oh yeah, and it drives Lauren crazy.
That's okay.
Everywhere we go, she looks at me and says, "Are you going to go live?" It's become a joke.
But someday everybody will really appreciate it. But anyway,
Yeah,
they
there's
will.
lots of people that go live and appreciate it now. But
Absolutely.
But anyway, so I kind of forgot about this picture. It's one of those that gets tucked into your iPhone, and then one day you have no memory left, and you're like, I got to clear out some of these pictures. And I found it, and it just struck me that every one of my kids, almost every one of them, 3 out of 4, had a Pittsburgh shirt on, either a Steelers or a Bucco shirt or something like that, and they all had their thumbs up, and I thought, you know what? That's a great shot. I'm going to put that on Pittsburgh Beautiful, because to me, it is beautiful. And I'm going to use that picture as a forum for, show us what's beautiful, and I'm going to give it a little boost. And for anybody that doesn't know what that means, is Facebook lets you for a couple shekels, you can boost that post, and it'll show it to more people than just the people that like your page. Yeah, and I gave it just a little boost, a couple dollars, not a lot. Mm-hmm. And I started getting pictures like you wouldn't believe.
All over.
Just from all over. People would post them on our timeline, and they would tell me what was beautiful. And I thought, well, I'm just going to start sharing these pictures. So I would share them again. And it just started to grow from there. And I thought, I'm onto something. You know, what I see here, other people are starting to see.
But Chris, listen, we all want to be ambassadors of goodwill. I mean, that's what you do once you put as much sweat equity into what we have done with our lives. But obviously, you'd like to see the end result be worth your time, so you could do more with money coming in and a few more shout-outs to Facebook. So, what's your long-term goal? Because I mean, you've got the viewers. I mean, what's the long-term goal for Chris Klein?
You know, it's funny. It's really a labor of love for me. I mean, if I have to wake up in the middle of the night and use the restroom, I check my phone and I check Pittsburgh Beautiful. And you know, one of the things that I think that it can contribute back is we like to highlight local businesses. We like to highlight local events.
Important.
And we do live events. I mean, we've done some live events for KDKA Radio. And those are a lot of fun to do. It brings more awareness. We have a lot of fans of Pittsburgh Beautiful, not just from Pittsburgh, but we're not just living in Pittsburgh, but from literally all around the world. So it's a great way to keep, you know, those expats and it's amazing the things that they say, you know, and the comments they make. You know, I've been in California for 20 years and it's beautiful out here and it's always sunny and I know it rains and snows there, but I miss it.
Absolutely. And
I want to go back, you know, and that, to me, that just gives me chills thinking about that, because after this winter, you know, I'm ready to go. You know, it's supposed to get cold again this week. How am I going to plant my garden? So, but highlighting local businesses and things like that, and
you're onto something. There's no doubt.
Yeah, and giving them a way to advertise, and it's not as expensive as, you know, say radio advertising or traditional advertising, television advertising, and.
But of course, you can never go wrong with radio advertising.
Well, no, that's why we're sitting here.
That's exactly right.
You know, it's interesting you say that, Rob, because I love what KDKA does when they say, you know, they're the original social media. I think that's a really.
It's true.
It is true. It's absolutely true. And I never thought of that until I heard that clip. And of course, I'm a KDKA junkie. Everybody knows that. Mm-hmm. But I think that there's a place. Everybody's talking about TV dying off, and you can kind of see what's going on there. But I really think there's a place in social media for radio. I think people are extremely curious as to what goes on, you know, behind the scenes. And that's kind of...
This is kind of like your dad talking to you, because I am a lot older than you, and this is going to what my dad would tell me when I was your age. And I'd tell him about all those exciting things on the horizon and what was out there. He'd go, good luck, we're all counting on you.
Right.
I may not see this, but you will see this. And I really am nothing but your biggest fan. And I got to tell you, I think the sky's the limit for what you're doing.
I do. I think that it's something that really, it's not... The page itself and the website, PittsburghBeautiful.com, you know, that's about Pittsburgh in this region. And this place, this is a special place. I mean, there's no question about it. But I think it can apply to just about any area where there are people that, you know, love where they're from. And overall, both Lauren and I think there's too much negativity.
Well, let me be positive for a moment. You know, my producer and I have been together longer than any relationship I've had in my life, the Bambino, which I don't, dysfunctional, yes, but I'm the one that created the name the Bambino, because you have to know his private life. And he is Bull Durham, he still plays baseball, he has a great wife, what have you. But I must admit, that must be the very best cup of coffee I've ever had at this radio station that the Bambino made for me today. It is absolutely scrumptious. So thank you, Bambino, for my coffee. Listen, your wife is really good at what she does.
Yes.
It's the legwork. She's out there. But she has an advantage with you that I have never seen. And I've been around a lot of real estate folks. I've hosted many shows. I've been doing this since 1984 here at the plant, the weekend. So I've met a lot of wonderful people. But what you have done with Pittsburgh Beautiful and how the two have intertwined, and using everything from these high-end cameras to drones, it really is a canvas that I don't think anybody could even do it justice unless people look at it themselves.
Yeah, I mean, I from the real estate side of things, what you were talking about is, you know, my job with Lauren and with her company, Property Divas Associates, which of course we're affiliated with Coldwell Banker. You know, my job there is to get her in front of as many people as we can and get them to see the value that she brings in representing them. And if you go to Zillow or Trulia, they have places where you can review an agent, and there's lots of good agents, and they get lots of good reviews. But Lauren's reviews, of which she has
they sparkle
200. Yeah, it's one of those things where the reviews are not the standard. You know, they did a great job. They really provided an excellent service. It's like 200 straight reviews of, this was the most incredible real estate experience of my life. And that to me was special when that started happening a few years back when she got into business. You know, like you said, I'm on to something. I told her, you're on to something here. It just comes natural to you to be a very humble, a very nice, a very pleasant.
because she is.
Yeah, and a very driven
Oh yes.
and process-oriented
Yes,
person. And
yes.
it matches. And
She's a type AAA. You know what I
Yes,
mean? She's
yes.
just incredible. All right, listen, we're going to take a break. For everybody watching this stream live on Facebook, if you'd like to phone in and talk to this guy, you're welcome to do it at 866-391-1020. If you're listening, you can call in. You can text me on the Red Automotive line, best deal in town, Dollar Bank Instant Access, KDKRadio.com. So we've got about a half hour still to go. And then we're going to talk about that great place that is Geneva College. It's your Saturday with Rob Pratte here at the Pioneer Broadcasting Station of America, the original social media outlet, KDK Radio. Good morning.
I say good morning to my mom. Hi, Mom. She's watching.
People are like, what if I goes to Bambino? Great, now they're all thinking I'm smoking and drinking.
Well, you still get out there and play a little baseball and have a few cigars.
I have more than a few cigars,
I
but
know you do.
Yeah.
You're allowed.
Yeah.
I'll tell you when the best time to smoke a cigar,
Yeah.
when you're grilling.
Look, I don't think there's ever a bad time to
No,
smoke a cigar.
no, but
That's
I
all I do is smoke cigars.
Yeah, I love when I'm out grilling because it's just me, my dog, and meat and potatoes, you know, and I'm like smoking a
There
cigar,
you go, man.
got a beer.
Yeah.
It's just,
There you go.
that's the
Bambino.
that's my Pittsburgh Beautiful right there.
Yeah,
A cigar,
see?
my
That's
dog,
that's what I'm talking about.
my meat and potatoes.
Don't make that. Yeah,
Oh,
don't
yeah,
do that.
yeah, the meat and potatoes
That's
on
right.
the grill.
Yeah, the meat and potato.
Bat my balls.
Maybe you should stay out of the studio.
For many a reason.
Yeah. Oh my God. Let's run something else here.
Taxes can increase significantly. The law firm of Butte, Bevington, and Nichols can help. They're the law firm.
Well, I just, listen, you got to be realistic about it, too. You know what I mean?
Oh.
This is like her rare, you know, she don't get many days to kind of, we appreciate what you do, but I totally understand.
Yeah.
Listen, I've been here 30 years, I've heard all the stories.
Yeah. I can't.
Listen, I'm going from, you have no idea.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All these people running the show now, sales, man, I've seen it all.
Yeah. Yeah. You probably have.
Me and Michael Young, man, for years we used to sell stuff like you wouldn't believe it, man. We were the dynamic duo.
Yeah. Well, the heyday of radio, I think, really.
We're still doing it, me and him. It doesn't end.
Well, it's not. Yeah. But I think the heyday of radio. Well, for me, it was really the 70s, the 80s. You know, that's when it was. You know, TV was still. There were still limited channels.
Well, here's the thing. KDK needs to do more than what you're doing to stay current.
I agree.
I agree. But you know, we're lucky to get coffee. You know what I mean? It's just a different world now.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, I'm gonna defend him till the end.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll tell you, when Rick called us, he called us from all the billboards we put up, and he
Did that help you?
It did. It did.
I'm a big fan of billboards. A lot of people don't believe in them, but I do.
Well, you know, my guy at Lamar.
So you realize what you're doing with Pittsburgh Beautiful, Chris, is what I wanted my friends from Rhino to do. What I'm doing during the week.
Right.
Because of the health thing, I'm doing 2 a day.
Yeah.
Starting yesterday, I had a friend die, so I kind of gave him a little extra.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Yeah, he was a good guy. We all die. God bless him. I miss him, but I'll be seeing him soon. You know, that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
He's not hurting anymore.
CBS News special report.
But
Praise.
I'm going to do 2 a day. That's it. I'm done. Because you know what? Ex-wife hit the nail right on the head. She goes, Rob, you could be sitting at home relaxing something you never did, and you're not making money, and you're not feeling good. She looked at me the other day and was like scared.
Yeah.
I don't feel good.
Yeah. Well.
And you know, doing all these things, it's non-productive. So if I do 2 a day, that's enough. I stay out there, promote my show, do something on the side when I'm not here, do a couple of short ones, but I don't need to be doing all these videos.
Yeah.
In Syria, CBS is set.
I'm going to do one next hour for Calvin who's coming in, and that's it. Then I'll rotate. Like 1 week I'll do you, 1 week I'll do Trip.
Yeah.
But I don't need to do all this.
No.
I'm tired.
Yeah.
I'm tired. Listen, 13,800 videos in 4 years.
That's crazy, Rob.
That's enough. Although my daughter did say she did a little work on my page for me.
Yeah.
She said, you're close to getting paid on YouTube.
Yeah.
Because I've got thousands of hits.
Yeah.
So I'm like right at the threshold. I said, well, you get me money and you can have it.
Get me paid.
Yeah, you can have it, honey.
That's Rob Pratte's YouTube?
Yeah, YouTube. Yeah.
Who's that?
That's me about 1.5 years ago.
Oh.
You believe that? That's how
Just
much.
1.5 years ago?
1.5 years, that's it.
Yeah. Really, how long ago is that?
1.5 years.
You're shit.
No, just before I met, no.
No.
My right hand Lord Jesus Christ, we just took
You
those.
look so young.
No kidding.
What happened?
13,800 videos.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah.
Let me show you something here, Chris. I'll show you. This will blow your mind. In my gym, like 18 months ago, I don't even look the same.
You're eating too much pizza, Rob.
I ain't eating anything.
Oh.
That's what's sad.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just been. So, you know what? I'm gonna chill out a little bit.
I think you should. I will. I subscribe to you, but I get all your. You know. I get all.
I only have 66 subscribers, but
yeah. No, I get all your videos when they come out, you know what I mean? Like, I subscribe to you, so I get them. I don't visit your page to look back because I get an alert and I see your video every time it pops up.
Well,
and there are some days where I'm like, oh my God, how many videos did he do today?
He's going to die.
Yeah. Maybe it's like a cat. You know, they say a cat will suck the breath out of you.
Here's what it is.
Pulls a little
I'm obsessive compulsive, and I can't tell people no. But guess what? I'm going to do 2 a day. It's more than enough. Maybe 3 at the most.
It's funny. Lauren says I wouldn't call Lauren obsessive compulsive, but she does have a tough time saying no to people because she just wants to help them.
Well, like I was going to take a drive. I'm not doing nothing this week. I'm going to do I'm done. The most important show here is what I do. You guys have all your own followers. You don't need me. And I'll rotate it. 1 week AAA, 1 week True Value. He's handling them now, so I don't need to do that.
Yeah.
You're handling you. You're fine.
Yeah.
It's going to be peaceful. I'm actually enjoying being at work today.
That's good.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, that's
all that work.
These are the people who make Pittsburgh work. This is Pittsburgh Works on the Voice of Pittsburgh.
All right, Lauren Klein, Coldwell Banker Murraysville, Pittsburgh Property Diva, is off this weekend, but her husband Chris Klein is here talking about Pittsburgh Beautiful, which is an incredible interactive social media outlet that has got hundreds of thousands of people saying, wow, Pittsburgh really is beautiful. So the great thing about what you do, every day tells another story and why Pittsburgh is beautiful, Chris.
I think, yeah, I mean, I think Pittsburgh is telling its own story right now, and I think the world's starting to pay attention, and you know, every single day there's another story about, you know, what's happening here, whether it's you know, the growing brewing industry and all the craft brews, the food here and the restaurant industry, which is just, it's exploding. The new hotels that are coming in everywhere. Everywhere I go, there's a new hotel being built, and that just tells me that people are looking towards the future and looking towards growth. The north side is really finally starting to develop. I was in Manchester a few weeks ago doing some photography work out there, and I had never been to the Manchester section of town.
Pretty impressive.
And it's changing. You know,
They're all changing.
It's beautiful. I mean, everybody likes to talk about the problems that we have in urban areas and the cities, and we occasionally get somebody on Pittsburgh Beautiful who will say, yeah, but here's the reason that place sucks. You know,
but you want people to be honest.
I do.
I say be respectful, but
right.
You want them to be honest.
Well, if they're respectful, then you know, it's an open discussion on Pittsburgh Beautiful. There's discussions going on all the time. If they're not respectful, then, you know, we politely remove the comment. But I really think that focusing on the negative is something that is not, it's not going to allow for any sort of progress in any way, shape, or form. I mean, you can focus on what's bad about anything. I mean, there's something bad about me, Rob. There's something bad about you. There's something bad about everybody, right? And
you got a minute?
Well, and we tend to we tend to focus on that more, I think, than is necessary, and especially right now. I mean, on the radio, you know, and with politics, which I don't get into, but it's just everything is so negative right now. That I think a little positivity is going to go a long way, and that's what I love about it.
Well, you know, you just saw some people walk into the building from Geneva College, Dr. Calvin Trout, Cheryl Johnson. You're going to find out why that place is such a special place, very positive. And you know, when I go there and visit, and because it is my home turf, I just see all the beauty, the Ohio River, the trees, the landscape, the backdrop, the authenticity of all of the people, who they are, roots, history, the progressive nature of this city that has been such a big part of my life since the very day I was born. And I think for people from Pittsburgh to be able to say, I can go to Pittsburgh Beautiful and find out what's happening in my hometown day after day, it hurts sometimes because people you love are gone, times change, but it gives you a chance to kind of rekindle that romance, and that's something really special.
Yeah, I think it is, and it's once in a while we'll get somebody that sends us an email or leaves a comment on one of the posts, and the stories that they tell and the things that they say, and it warms your heart, because you realize that, you know, the love for Pittsburgh and the beauty of this region and the history that's here, it has really stuck. And I'm so blessed to have been able to find this. I think this was always here. It's not something that I had obviously had any hand in creating. It was just something that I started to notice, and I kind of tapped into it. And it's been a blessing for me, because it's really made me take a look at what is my hometown now, and think about all the incredible things that are here and all the incredible people that are here. And that just, you know, whenever, by nature, we're humans are social animals. I mean, there's some of us that like to hide, you know, but by nature, we like to gather together. We like to celebrate things, and I just see that celebrating going on all over this region, and I would like to bring it to the entire country. I think there's people in every city that could do something like this, and I hope that I'm laying the groundwork for that. And
there really isn't anything like this in the country, is there, that's focused on one community and region as you do?
No, I don't think. I'm sure there are things that focus on it, but I don't believe there's anything that does it the way that we're doing it. And you know, they're just, you know, to let a little secret out, there will be soon.
Ooh.
But that's something that's in the works. But so, let's say somebody did a Chicago Beautiful. Let's say that was in the works, for example. Well, that being said, I don't live in Chicago. I've been there many times, and let me tell you, it's a beautiful place, and it's worthy of having something like this. So that would have to be something that, you know, the people of Chicago kind of take part in. And so
but see, to do this justice, you need input from people, because
Yes.
it already is a full-time job. It would be impossible to do without the people interacting.
Absolutely, it really is. Pittsburgh Beautiful, something like this. The most amount of content we get is from the followers that follow us. I mean, when you see a story on PittsburghBeautiful.com, that's usually because there's somebody that you know, emailed us and said, hey, I do this thing, this special thing. We have a story coming up on somebody who trains dogs for special needs children.
Neat.
You know, she reached out to us, so I had one of my writers contact her, and I think that's a great story. And you know, or we'll have a story on a local business, they'll reach out to us or something like that. But it's not, I'm not providing the content. The people that follow us provide the content, and some of it we do provide, but when people share things with you and say, please share this with the world, you know, that's what really brings, you know, that special feeling.
All right, when we come back, our final segment with him, we're going to talk about what he really has found. They're all good, but what is so special about Pittsburgh and some of the things that he has seen on this incredible interactive page that has made him many times scratch his head and said, boy, this really is a beautiful place to live. But tell the folks how they can participate.
It's simple. You just go to Facebook, and our page name is Pittsburgh Beautiful. You can share a picture on our timeline as a visitor. We ask that you just keep it family friendly, which we've never had a problem with, but I always have to say that.
Absolutely.
But it can be anywhere around the Pittsburgh region. You can go to our website, PittsburghBeautiful.com, and you can email us at PittsburghBeautiful@gmail, and also on Instagram, you can hashtag Pittsburgh Beautiful. I think we have 45,000 followers on Instagram. So, yeah, we're becoming one of the biggest, if not the biggest page in Pittsburgh, which I think is fantastic.
Did you ever think in your wildest dreams?
No, I mean, I had goals, but I did not realize it would get this big this quick.
Well, I'm proud of you, young man.
Hey, thanks, Dad.
Listen, nobody, I mean nobody works as hard as you do, and I've seen it firsthand every week, and what you bring to this show every week as far as social media, we're just very grateful.
Well, thank you.
All right, listen, we'll come back and we'll give him a chance to talk about why he thinks Pittsburgh is so beautiful and some of the outstanding moments, and again, what he expects the future to hold when we come back. Stay with us. Good morning.
For timely, accurate info, stay
Good job.
I got a perfect pitch for you.
Okay. Go ahead.
We have some of the nicest golf courses around.
We do.
Why not do the golf courses of Western Pennsylvania? And actually advertise a little with you?
No, I don't.
He doesn't. I do.
Yeah, see,
and
I did a golf
no,
show.
but no.
Wait,
But you can still get them to advertise.
Oh yeah.
But for the first shot, give me a round of golf. Hook your
hooked him up with more free golf.
Hook your phone up to the golf cart.
No, yeah,
I'm going to show. I'm going to drop. I'm going to show you.
That's actually a good idea.
Yeah, that's a great
we
idea.
did a golf show for years.
Yeah.
And it was big.
I'm with you. That's a great
You just
idea.
get me a good round of a foursome.
There you go.
But you know what you could do? You could have celebrity foursomes.
Yeah. Hey, how much fun would that be? We could just tune in occasionally, not do the whole 18.
Hey, can I make sure I have my lazy boy at home?
Well, that's what I mean. You do a couple holes here and there.
Yeah.
They don't want to be there for 3 hours.
It's a great idea.
I hate saying this. Or just make sure we're on.
Yeah, you're not going to want to say that right now. You're going to want to wait just a quick second here.
Okay.
Consider Geneva College. At Geneva, they have a Christian.
He says, "Get on mic. I'm driving around. I need you to open the show."
Yeah, there you
He
go.
drove around talking about it. It was a great show.
Yeah. Well, that's what.
Never.
Sometimes when you're under pressure like that, or you just have to wing
life
it.
has been under pressure.
Yeah, well, you know.
But today I feel like a big pressure's been lifted.
You do?
I feel really good today. I'm at peace.
Listen, Rob, that's
Been a long time coming.
you know.
Because I just didn't like, you know what? They don't need me. This is perfect.
That's.
And you know what? My stomach hopefully won't hurt as much.
I think.
Maybe I can just start having a little bit more fun. And maybe I can get up at like 2 o'clock as opposed to 1:30.
Yeah.
Because you know,
I
got a Type 6 sportscast. I was doing 4 videos, coming in 2 hours of open talk.
You don't have. They don't have writers for you anymore.
They never have.
Oh, they never have. Because I know guys that we have a friend of ours who used to write copy. You know, and he would do the sports. He used to. I think he did it for TV though.
Well, now that's my kind of guy.
There you go. There you go. I thought my son was going to call in today, but I think he slept in.
You're doing good though, man.
Thanks. I'm having fun.
You are.
Yeah, I am. I'm having fun.
Hey, you know what? It can't hurt.
No.
This is Pittsburgh Works on the voice of Pittsburgh, KDKA.
All right, just to let everyone know, we haven't forgot about the brick and mortar of this great show that is the real estate aspect of the show. And, you know, I mentioned earlier, licensed card-carrying mortgage industry for years. So even though Pittsburgh is beautiful, real estate's been beautiful to you, too. And before you met your wife, you kind of made your living in it. So you know a little bit about real estate, too.
I know a little, yeah.
Yeah.
I know a little. I started in the mortgage industry in 1989, 1990, and I moved out here actually for that in '93 for a job, and I've pretty much been in it ever since.
Is that why you came out here?
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. Well, you know what? That's not completely true. I mean, what do guys that are college age do? We follow girls. So I followed my then girlfriend.
Believe me, I didn't wait till I got to that age in my life. That's a problem.
That's a different show.
Yeah.
But I had a good job in the Philly area in the mortgage business. But I actually met through my girlfriend at the time, a friend of their family who was starting a mortgage company here. And we met, and she was coming to school out here to get a PhD. And so, you know, the rest is history. I moved out here, I stayed here, and, you know, it's funny how we talk about Pittsburgh and it being, it's in you. You know, I have a post running on Facebook that says Pittsburgh, it's in you, and it's a nice video montage of some of the pictures, and actually from our resident photographer, I should mention him, J.C. McGrean. He's our resident photographer, and he does a fantastic job. He has his own Facebook page. But anyway, I actually tried to leave Pittsburgh at one point in the mid-'90s. I got tired of my job. Here I am in my mid-20s. You know, I'm getting tired of my job, and so I tried to leave. I took a trip around the country. I put out resumes in other cities.
But you realize your destiny was what you're doing now.
Yeah, I made my way back, and I stayed. And if I hadn't have stayed, I wouldn't have met my wife. And to me, that's the most important thing, is that connection you have.
All right, so let's talk what is beautiful to you. Some things that really have stood out on Pittsburgh Beautiful.
Well, I'll tell you what, the first thing that's beautiful to me about Pittsburgh is the people.
Oh, yeah.
And no question about it. You know, everywhere you go, the people. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, just very rich history.
It is, and one of the first things that I noticed about the people that I met here. Actually, I noticed this when I met them in college in Philadelphia, of all places, and my Pittsburgh friends. It was their sense of humor. There was something about it that was you know how if you have that self-deprecating sense of humor, you know, you can make fun of yourself. It's the way that Pittsburgh is able to look at itself and say, isn't this funny? You know, the little quirks about being a Pittsburgher, whether it's Pittsburghese, you know, or whether it's the cookie table at the wedding, you know, which lots of people have never seen, whether it's a Permani sandwich with French fries on it,
right,
which I had never seen until I moved here. It's the way that we are always reflecting on our history and looking at ourselves as Pittsburghers. and saying, isn't this humorous? Isn't this fun? And then translating that into the region and growing. So the people is number one. I think the city itself is tremendously beautiful, and it's not just the view from Mount Washington. There's so many spots around Pittsburgh that you can go to, and you can get a shot that just blows you away, and we get lots of those. And then the region itself, just the diversity of this region, the things that you can do, the places that you can spend time with, the things you can do with your children, with your family, the fun that you can have. I mean, I really think it's got everything. And then finally the history, which I'm discovering more and more of as I write the history of
which is important to the present to connect to the future.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And Pittsburgh is the place. Pittsburgh to me is the cradle of America. I mean, in the 1800s and the early 1900s, up through the 70s and all that. I mean, Pittsburgh is where things started. You know, Pittsburgh, it was the backbone of this country. And I think that's still here, and I think it's starting to come back, and I think people are going to notice that.
Well, I've told people at the turn of the 19th going into the 20th century, Pittsburgh is what Silicon Valley is today. I mean, that's how influential. I mean, this was one of the biggest money communities anywhere in the country, kind of like the Wall Street of the East, if you will. Industry really came from here, your major industries of steel, and some of the brightest minds, people like Carnegie, Frick, Morgan, and George Westinghouse. So there is a lot to be thankful for.
Yeah, and we're reinventing that right now with the medical field, you know, with the technology field, and the incredible universities we have here, you know, large and small, and it's coming back.
So how does it evolve? I mean, more interactive, virtual reality. What do you think is going to happen with Pittsburgh Beautiful and as we move forward? I mean, I think back just since when I joined Facebook in like '09, how it's evolved. I mean, yeah. I can't imagine just taking a still picture to promote my show anymore. Now with the advantage of being able to do a quick video, same thing with Twitter and Instagram. So where do you see it going, say 5-10 years from now, and what you're trying to do with your brand?
I'll tell you, that's everything is moving. Obviously, everything is now digital. Everything is now video. Virtual reality is something that people my age, our age, Rob, we kind of struggle with that. Why would I want to put a mask on and would that be? But I think virtual reality is really where it's heading. Whoever is going to do that first, I don't know, but I envision there was a Star Trek episode, one of the original Star Treks, where
is that a TV show?
Yes,
okay.
It is a TV show. Yes, they still have TVs.
Beam me up, please.
Have a TV, yeah. But they literally came upon an alien race where they walked into this cave, and it was just brains hooked up to wires. So in a way, I mean, we're headed in that direction.
Very good analogy coming from a man who thinks that way.
Yeah, we're headed in that direction.
But to do what you do, and to see it before you shoot it or it happens, you have to really be out in front of this every day. And when you said you get up in the middle of the night, you always check it. It almost has to take on a life of its own, right? To be able to be current and to be able to evolve with it, because it does change every second.
It takes work, and I focus more on not necessarily the technology end of it, because as those things evolve, I know I'm going to incorporate that in there. I focus more on just trying to bring more content that people enjoy about Pittsburgh, whether it's them sharing it and us giving them credit and saying, hey, so-and-so shared this, look at this is incredible. Or I do a lot of live videos. I mean, you see me do live video every Saturday. But
all the time.
But I do live videos driving around. I'm going to go live as soon as we're done here in the car through the Fort Pitt tunnels, because it doesn't matter how many times I drive through the tunnel, everybody loves that view. And I think from Pittsburgh Beautiful, you're going to see a lot more live stuff coming, because that's what people really enjoy. They love the pictures, but the experience of being able to look on your iPad, your laptop, or your phone.
But let me ask you this. Do they want long bursts, short bursts? Because, I mean, this show is like an hour. Unless they're fans of your wife, will they stick an hour? Well, I've heard shorter is better. So what's your thoughts on that?
Well, it depends. The average video is watched online for, I think it's like less than 3 seconds. So you make a quick determination when you're scrolling through or you're online. The longer you're online, the more eyes that are going to see that. Mm-hmm. So, I don't think there's really There's not. I mean, if you go live for 30 seconds, nobody's going to see it. They'll see it later, but they're not going to see it live because it takes 30 seconds for people to go, oh, Pittsburgh Beautiful's live. I think I'll check that out. So on a lot of my videos, I go live and I stay quiet for a little while, and then I'll tell people I'm just waiting for a little more people to get in the car here with me, and then we go on. So, I think a good 10-minute video. If you're doing something that's live outside, or you're bringing something that you think is great, I think that's probably the optimum time. You'll get some people that watch 5 minutes, some people 2 minutes, a couple people 10 minutes, that kind of thing.
So your objective, other than, we got 1 minute,
Mm-hmm.
your objective other than showing that Pittsburgh is beautiful, what do you hope to accomplish long term?
I hope to leave this as a legacy to Pittsburgh. I hope that someday when I'm gone, and God willing, that's many years from now, but that I am able to leave Pittsburgh beautiful, and it's left a mark on this region, and people are they just want to keep it going as something positive for the region, and I hope I can bring that to other areas of the country. That's really what I'm hoping. It really is. It's a labor of love. And I have to say one quick thing. We are going to be down at the Pittsburgh Business Show.
Okay.
On April 25th and 26th down at the Convention Center, David L. Lawrence. And I told Linda, they were gracious enough to give us a table, and I told Linda that I would mention the show. So if you want to see what's happening in Pittsburgh business-wise, you go down to the Pittsburgh Business Show on April 25th and 26th. We will be there. Tons of businesses will be there, and it's going to be a good time.
Pittsburgh Beautiful, and you have been a beautiful audience. Thank you very much, okay?
Yes.
All right, stay with us, folks, because coming up after the news at 9, one of my favorite places on God's green earth, Geneva College. We'll tell you all about it. Stay with us. Good morning.
Now, there you go.
Wow.
That was fun. Going to sign off. Thank you for watching.